Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Tuesday if you're watching this in real time. If you're watching it after, I'm just super grateful you're here. This practice is not going to be a typical yoga flow, but if you would like to go ahead and roll out a mat, find yourself a comfortable space, I'll give you a moment to do that. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself and taking care of yourself and choosing me to do it with. I am incredibly grateful as always. The channel is Love the Shit Out of Yourself with Kat Harmon. I am Kat Harmon. And as we move through this new moon flow today, this is going to be about our relationships. Okay, so that's what's showing up a lot through this new moon or a lot through this month. And it's not just our relationships with each other, but our relationships with ourself as well. So we'll talk a lot about our relationship with ourself as we move through this practice today. But this can also relate to your relationships outside of yourself. So maybe you can become aware of, how that's showing up for you in this new moon in Libra. As we're kind of waiting to see if we have some more. Is it too loud? Okay. My husband is so kind. So we're learning about the new live. Let's just give me a moment to play with this microphone. Again, thank you so much for being here. And allowing me to be authentically myself in this moment. Does that sound better? Hopefully you'll let me know. Oh, I can see. Oh, perfect. Awesome. Thanks, Anne, for being here. So as we kind of get this practice started, I'm just gonna thank you, sage and cleanse the space. And if you have that stuff at your home, feel free to join in however you like to do your cleansing and clearing of your space. But I'll also just send that energy your way as well. And as we're doing this, just take a breath in whatever place you're in. I'm seated. You may be standing still. You may be still getting your things together. But just pause for a moment and take a deep breath in and out. Just gently relaxing through your physical body. Again, new moon in Libra. Balance in our relationships. So we talked about our relationships with others. We are going to definitely dive into our relationship with ourselves, but also our relationship with society and how we deem we fit into that. And again, there's nothing right or wrong that is going to show up. It just is. And we're hoping to see it clear from a place of non-judgment for ourselves and others, but a place of compassion and empathy for ourselves and others. So if you haven't already, find your way to a comfortable space. We're going to do a little card pull. I'm going to come a little closer so you can see them. So I'm doing a card pull today on my newest deck. These are Moonology cards. Hi, Amy. Thank you for being here. The Moonology cards are by Yasmin Boland, and the artwork is by Nyx Ronan, and they're really beautiful. I've had the deck for like 2 days, so excited to do a little bit of a collective pull here. So even if you're watching this afterwards, we're just going to all take a breath, right? Because time isn't real. So we're all going to take a breath and ask a question, or if you don't have a question, just kind of calm the body and just be open to receive whatever shows up. So we'll just kind of pause for a moment. And all I'm asking here is, what does the collective need to hear? It's time to release negativity. Full moon in, I believe that says Scorpio. I don't know if I can get that to pull up a little bit more. But so it doesn't have to be the actual moon phase that we're in, right, for the card we need to read. But it's time to release negativity. So what I have noticed showing up throughout this new moon in Libra, where we're at right now, is, boy, man, there is a lot of things that are showing up. That are showing me, how about this, that are showing me past versions of myself and how I react when those things get triggered. And hopefully I can make that a little bit clearer as we move throughout this practice. But a really quick example is my teenager has been showing up lately. And what I mean by that is this attitude that is unfamiliar with the human that I have been moving through recently. So it's just interesting to be able to see these past versions, these triggers show up now in the awareness I am now, but seeing clearly that I am responding like teenager me would respond. And I don't. Most of you probably don't know teenager me, but teenager me definitely listened to a lot of Wu-Tang and thought that I knew everything that was going on. So just a lot of cuss words and thinking that I knew what was best, which is interesting in this human that I'm in now, because I definitely know that I don't know best, and I'm just trying to make it through this life with as much love and compassion for everyone as I can. So that's one of the things that's showing up for me in this new moon in Libra. Let's begin to find, I'll keep talking. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you again. Let's find a comfortable space. Get landed and rooted into your body. Take another deep breath in. As you exhale out, almost feel as if you were up above you and you just kind of come and sit into this beautiful human body. Allow yourself to land as you deepen the inhales and exhales. What does that feel like for you? Sensation-wise, physically, what does that feel like for you getting into a present space? Do you feel as if your entire body is like melting down? Do you feel like a tingling wave of sensation wash over you? And a million other options, right? It's exactly specific to you. So allow it to be just for you in this moment. Heavier through the legs, the arms, softer through the face and the breath. Right, so how can we find more balance in our relationships? Do we have this need to be right no matter what, to be heard no matter what, to be seen no matter what? Do we have this need to not be seen, to not engage, to not confront? How do we show up in our relationships? And again, this is not to judge yourself, but to see yourself clearly, authentically, and compassionately in this moment. You are a soul having a human experience. It's okay to be a human. It's okay to make mistakes. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. Take a breath in. As you cleanse it out, let it come out of the mouth. Drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Drop the chin to the chest. Drop the left ear to the left shoulder. And come back to center. Palms to your knees. Eyes can remain closed. Gentle baby circles here. Rotating through the pelvic floor, one direction. Very gentle. In fact, be gentle with yourself throughout this practice, no matter what I say, right? Because I am a human moving through my own experience. But do your best to be gentle with each movement. Right, our new moon is another way that we is another way that we can set an intention for the rest of this cycle. And do we want to force our way through this cycle? I giggle because that is definitely my nature. Come back to a still space and just pause. Bring your hands down to your sacral chakra, down to your pelvis, making a little triangle here, fingers pointed down. Relax your shoulders and just notice sensation-wise what's showing up for you. Scan your body. Is there any tension landing anywhere? And can you release it? No judgment. Releasing those hands back down to the thighs or the knees and start to make those circles the opposite direction. Same thing. It's this gentle curiosity, not this need for it to be something, if that makes sense, hopefully. As we're tapping into this sacral chakra, this water element, we're in this new moon practice. Notice not just physical sensations, but maybe thoughts that are beginning to show up or repeat, and even emotions as well. And we'll start to come back to that neutral place. Same thing, hands to that pelvis, sit up nice and tall. Maybe close your eyes, go inward. How do I physically feel? Get in your body. Can I send that sensation down through my root chakra, down through my tailbone, and almost like I'm sending out roots into the earth underneath me? What would that feel like to you if you just had that intention behind that energy, that sensation? Expanding those roots out as far as they will go. Then gently open the eyes back into your space, palms up to the sky for a moment. Take a big cleansing breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, open your arms out wide. Exhale, you're going to curl in like you're hugging a big tree, chin to chest. Open and expand the back of the heart. Inhale, expand, open out. Exhale, curl into the center of you. Expand, open out the back of the throat as well. And just move through this however it feels good. It may be smaller than mine. It may be bigger than mine. But again, what is the intention behind it, right? Hopefully it's to move gently and to stay connected with the physical body and what it needs in this moment. The intention to move with compassion and love for yourself. All right, I'm ready to open myself up to whatever this new cycle is going to bring to me. I embrace each opportunity with love and compassion. How does this feel to you in this moment? Maybe you scan through the things separately, physically, mentally, emotionally. And reminding yourself that whatever shows up is what is supposed to show up. It's not wrong at all. It's supposed to show up for you. Just look at it. Love it. Last time as the arms expand, hold here for a moment. So we have our core lifted and engaged to protect our low back here. But then it's just this gentle, open to receive, open to release. Whatever space you're in here, you are open and you are here for it. And as you're ready, right arm over left. Give yourself a big hug here this time and just pause. If you want to stay with an elongated spine, stay here. Or you can even tuck all the way into the self, chin to chest, and just feel how this space feels. What's showing up for you? Inhale, arms again out like a T, but take them all the way to the sky. Exhale, twist to the right side of you. Look over that right shoulder, gentle. Inhale, back through center, just like water, guys. Exhale, twist to the other side. Back through center. And twist. How do you want to move in this space? What does this need to look like? Slower or faster than mine? Deeper or less than? And how can you, in this moment, strengthen your relationship with yourself? Right, a lot of times we have these thoughts of ways that we could be better than the version that we are in this moment, but we so often forget to find gratitude for the version that we are. Right? It's not a bad thing to want better for yourself. It's not a bad thing, but goodness, the version that you're showing up in this exact moment is perfect, exactly as it is. Last round, over to the left whenever you catch up to that space, or to the opposite side you started on. And we'll come back to center. And then open those arms out wide again. Release anything that needs to be let go of here. Receive anything that is coming your way. Doing a gentle rock, just naturally side to side in my pelvis, so that may feel good to you. Again, we are in this water element. We are in this sacral chakra. Lots of fun things here, right? Lots of spaces to love ourselves. This time, left arm over right. Give yourself that big hug one more time. I'm finding that the more clear and authentic I can be with myself in each moment, the more love pours from me in every direction. It's not just to myself. I think that is definitely my driving force. But it's just beautiful. Coming back out, arms out wide, swim up to the sky. Palms down to the knees just for a moment. Rock back, switch the way the legs are crossed. And then we'll start to inch our way forward. Little gentle forward fold here for our hips. That might look like just a tilt forward to you, or all the way flat. And supporting yourself with props is also a beautiful option. Just maybe palms up again to receive. Drop the head, release the upper back and shoulders. Moving gently through this month. Moving gently through this cycle of understanding how we show up in our relationships. How can we strengthen each one? And again, coming from a place of love and compassion for ourselves, not judgment of ourselves or others. Inhale brings us back up nice and tall. Let's begin to expand and extend those legs out in front of us. Plant the feet, windshield wiper the knees side to side. And then we'll start to make our way back to one side. I'm going to go to the left this time, just moving over towards that feminine energy. So left knees are over to the left, and you might have a big space like I do. This right knee isn't even anywhere near the ground. So I'm just going to stay here in this space and work on the heart up. If you're feeling pretty comfortable with this, a deeper modification would be to take the left foot on top of that right knee and really drop those hips. Trying to be more gentle with myself, so I'm going to stay in this space and expand open through my heart, seeing where I can find softness in this physical body. And after I take that scan, then I start to work on, okay, how can I find softness in my thoughts about how my physical body is doing, or whatever thoughts are showing up for me right now, it's that. So I find the softness there, and sometimes I even notice that that shows up physically as well. How can I find a softness in my breath? Knees are going to come back through center. It's coming back up to a nice seated position. Bring the feet together, knees apart, bound angle. You choose. Super close to you is going to be more inner thigh. Further away for a diamond is going to be more outer thigh. And just sit up nice and tall through the spine here. Hopefully that all is still coming through. Beautiful. I hope y'all are all still here. Look, it was frozen. So in that bound angle, or wide-legged diamond, right, we're going to rock forward, find that edge of resistance in your space, and then see how we can soften from here. So it's not to pull myself forward, but it's more to relax and release the parts of me that are still holding on to tension. So finding that wave down to the ground, relaxing and releasing through the upper back, the neck, the shoulders, the jaw, the face. And again, maybe palms are up to the sky. Inhale begins to rise you back up nice and tall. Pause for a moment. Notice how you physically feel throughout the body, where the energy is landing. And then again, plant those feet hips distance apart. We'll start to rock them over to the right side this time. Excuse me. And as we land here, notice where the resistance is. Know your different modifications. You can even support yourself between the knees. And then see how you can open your heart here while we're in our hips. What's showing up for you? Allow it to be there. Allow it to be seen. And then just soften your reaction to it. Inhale starts to bring those knees back to center. Maybe a little bit of movement side to side. And then again, we'll meet, feet together, knees apart. You choose how you want to show up here. Inhale begins to open the heart for a cow. Exhale, curl up and in for cat. Inhale, rock and roll it forward. Exhale, curl up and in. Last one. And then starting to come back up into that neutral spine, making your way onto your back. Setting up for an inversion here. Happy baby, hip stand, hips on a block. Wherever you go, go there with ease. I'm going to go with a hip stand tonight, just kind of flattening out my sacrum, rooting down through the hips, and then softening through the legs as you send the heels to the sky. Relax open through the shoulders, the heart, the neck. Noticing where you're feeling the energy, where you're feeling the sensations. Noticing any resistance, and can you let it go? It's not you have to let it go. Can you let it go? Can you release it? Can you soften there? If not today, that's okay. Just become aware of it. Right? It might be a necessary tension, like to support your back. Knees begin to come into the chest. Give yourself a big hug here. Last little twist of the evening, we're going to take the knees over to the left side of us, arms open out wide. Supporting yourself whatever way you need to be supported here, relaxing whatever way you need to relax. Knees begin to come back through center, making any adjustments necessary, and then exhale over to the other side, same thing. Just scanning through the body, finding a wave of softness and heaviness. Slowly our knees begin to come back to center, taking any final movement you need to take to complete your practice this evening. And as you're ready, releasing out into your variation of Shavasana. That can be on your back, your side, your belly, supported by props, easy seated position, standing on your head, whatever it needs to look like. Begin to make your way there. As you find your way to that still space, take a cleansing breath, maybe more if you need, to relax and release. Taking the next few moments to really allow the mind and the body to rest and heal, to allow the nervous system to reset, and to allow this practice, this work that you just did, to integrate. Letting go of the physical body in this moment, and just being exactly as you are. Shavasana. Slowly and gently coming back to your breath, deepening the inhale. Gently exhale. Coming back into the body. Maybe it's just by deepening the breaths or finding some gentle, subtle movements. And you can stay right where you are or come up into an easy seated position as we do a final little check-in. How do I feel physically in this moment? Because it's showing me something. There's nothing wrong. Just become aware of how you feel physically. How do I feel mentally in this moment? And how do I feel emotionally and energetically in this moment? Cleansing breath in. With this energy of the new moon, this creation energy, maybe focus on creating a better relationship with yourself. It all starts with you. If you love you and all the parts of you, I mean all the parts of you, then you can only love everybody else because everybody is just a mirror of you. If you'd like to join me, bring in the palms, the hands to heart center, closing out this practice in a seat of gratitude. Gratitude for this beautiful physical body that carries us around every moment of every day. Gratitude for the version of you are in this very moment. Gratitude for the version of yourself that you strive to be. We'll slide those thumbs up to the forehead. Of course, finding gratitude for one another and the energy that we just shared. So very grateful. Namaste, friends. Goodness gracious. Namaste, guys. Thank you for showing up for my first ever live, even if you're watching this a million years from now. Thank you so much for being a part of this with me. I hope that you feel good in your bodies and your minds. And by good, I mean clear. Okay? It's not right or wrong. I hope you feel clear in your bodies and your minds. If you have any questions about anything that showed up throughout the practice, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can always reach me at any of my social medias and also right here on YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed this practice. There will be a lot more showing up. So thank you. Namaste, guys.